Hello, this is Blue Joe Saunders, WBO middleweight champion of the world. Subscribe to Sporting Icons to stay in touch with all the top news. God bless you all.
So TalkSport have insinuated that George Groves has been stripped of the IBO super middleweight title because he refused to pay the sanctioning fees. And is this legitimate? I don't know. I can't find it anywhere else. So I don't know if this is legitimate or not. I have no idea. But for me, TalkSport, they are a reliable source of information, no doubt. So I have to believe them, especially if I've read it right. Maybe I've read it wrong. But it appears that George Groves, after his win over Chris Eubank Jr. at the weekend, obviously Chris Eubank Jr. was the IBO title holder and George Groves the Super WBA, and it was effectively a unification. But all the way on the build up to this, and ever since Chris Eubank Jr. won that title, the likes of George Groves, the likes of Billy Joe Saunders, the likes of James DeGale have been saying that Chris Eubank Jr. is not a legitimate world champion because the IBO is not a legitimate recognised world championship, meaning it's not one of the big four, and they don't have any respect for it, and they've called it the Toys R Us belt and all this kind of thing. So it's no surprising, and a lot of people were saying on the build up to this, if George Groves wins, would it be interesting if George Groves just gets that IBO title and just throws it into the crowd or something because he just doesn't want it. And it appears to be pretty much a similar case, that he just refused to pay for it because he just doesn't want that title. And it's a little bit disrespectful, I can see if anybody says that, but at the same time, he has been trashing it and trashing Chris Eubank Jr. for holding that title and walking around with it like it's a newborn baby. So for him to keep it after all that would be a little bit two-faced, I suppose. So him refusing to pay the sanction fees on it, I don't blame him, really. But at the same time, though, who should be paying the sanction fees for the IBO? It should have been the champion. But, of course, the IBO are saying, well, George Groves, you are now our new champion, therefore you pay it. He's saying, jog on, I ain't doing it. So will Chris Eubank Jr. fit the bill for it? No idea. The World Boxing Super Series, who knows? Ultimately, they probably will get their money, but the IBO title is a title that nobody really wants. It's just an extra bit of baggage, just an extra little trinket, if you like. It's not a bad looking belt, I'm not saying that at all, but it's not a title that people consider a good title to have, really. It's one of those belts that seems to just go with everything else. For example, Anthony Joshua has the IBO World Heavyweight title, and there's talk that he's not even going to put that on the line against Joseph Parker because they're unsure whether or not they want it because it's extra sanction fees, if you like. And it's not a title that other champions or other fighters out there really, really want it, unless, of course, they're never going to hit the world scene, if you like. Triple G, he has the IBO title, so again, he has it with his other titles, just like Joshua has it with his other titles. Floyd Mayweather had it, Ricky Hatton had it, Chris Eubank Sr. had it. So in years gone by, it was kind of like a legitimate title, but nowadays it's frowned upon because it's not one of the big four. People don't talk about the IBO at all because it's not one that you even really need to be working towards for the ranking system or anything. So for the IBO, as far as I'm aware, please correct me on this one, I'm not an expert on the IBO, but I believe you can defend it against anybody in their rankings of the top 50. So you could defend it against Journeyman after Bum if you really liked. So anyway, that's what's going on right now according to TalkSport, that George Groves has refused to pay the sanction fee and he has now lost that title, or maybe he just didn't accept the title. Quite similar to Terence Crawford when he beat Julius Ndongo. He refused to pay the sanction fee on the IBO. So, yeah, anyway, just getting it out there for you, just to get your thoughts on it all. Should George Groves have kept the IBO, or was he right to refuse the title? Drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.